This right here is kind of a mystery pile. How many yards do you think this is? 100 yards plus?
Probably.
Because right there we got a dump coming from that attic that goes beneath the road, which never really struck any large quartz. Whereas this dump here has large pieces of quartz that is very unlike a lot of the other quartz on the claim.
Yeah.
And there's no real workings that I see that would accompany such a large pile of ore here.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is maybe a stockpile from elsewhere or what the deal was.
This almost looks like it could have been a stockpile, but who knows?
If you look at this stuff, it's much different than what we're used to seeing.
Yeah, this stuff actually looks pretty hard. Geologically, it doesn't even look like a lot of this other stuff. That other stuff's pretty soft. This stuff is pretty hard. It's could have been dumped here from another mine. You could be right. It could be a stockpile. A little bit of metal debris right there.
I mean, I know there's trenches right up there that kind of in line with the direction they were dumping. So maybe there's an adit buried that we're not aware of.
Yeah.
But I mean, this would be a big adit to produce this pile.
Yeah, this is a good sized pile here.
I mean, it's about probably 3 or 4 times bigger than that one, and that adit's about 150 feet long.
Yeah. Yeah, so we could be talking the guts off of a 500-foot adit here, maybe. And the host rock is different. Yeah, it's pretty intriguing looking stuff. Definitely doesn't look like it's even from here. It could be a dump off of a different mine that was brought in here and they were going to process it, but I mean, they only had the little mill.
Or maybe they got deep down into the sulfide zone.
Yeah.
Does that smell like sulfide to you?
There's only a little hint of sulfide. It's kind of a blue and white quartz. Quite a bit different from the rest of this stuff around here. Very hard.
Purple.
Yeah, definitely some signs of some sulfides in it. Kind of very untypical of this area.
More stinky.
Yeah, definitely got a sulfidey smell to it. So needless to say, this pile here, it's been here a while. You can see the moss rock on it. Kind of a mystery. It's hard to say whether it's maybe was from deeper down here somewhere and they got down to some depth in an adit that's no longer open, or if they brought a dump. We're going to process ore for somebody else and it came from elsewhere. So we're getting close to the creek here, encountering a lot of float again through this area. This is Gillies Creek down here. Cuts through here.
Another channel rock.
Yeah, and there is another old channel rock right there, and we think there was an older mill here. Was not a very big one. We've actually found pieces of it. Looked like a little 2-stamp mill. Some old propane bottles. And basically assorted debris. Timbers. Gillies Creek right down here. And the float's kind of just running its way into the creek. Not a lot of water in here.
Year round though.
Yeah, it is year round. Slightly different looking material on the other side of the hill, on the other side of the creek. Kind of a harder greenstone. But the float definitely runs all the way to the creek, so it's... We're going to take another sample right here off of this dump.
Yeah. So come here real quick. This is, you might know what this is even. But I find this quartz scattered throughout the claim too. And this stuff has striations to it. It almost looks sedimentary, but it's quartz.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think that's a little bit beyond my pay scale. But I would see if you can get a piece for him. Make sure you get some of those striations showing in the sample. So there's more of the harder looking greenstone on the far side of the creek here. Actually looks a little more representative of some of the stuff we saw up on the dump. There's an outcrop there. Danny just walked kind of in front of it.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. That's a good reference. Looks pretty similar to the stuff that's up on the mystery dump. So it could be that there could be other workings on that side, like a formation change in here, and that it's just not from this side of the claim. Could be from the other side. They originally had a lot of claims in here, so it's kind of difficult to determine where they were mining at any given time. So we're going to head back up to the so this is was the Moynihan's mill site. They had some sort of structure here at one time that probably burned up or was removed at one point. Fire came in here. We're here on another portion of the flat here. This road comes down off the main road, crosses a creek that's year-round, and it goes back in there to a big spring, and the main branch of the creek that goes down, also year-round water. So the Moynihan's had their mill site, and Danny had his mill site here. We're actually off the claim, but he was milling here, pulling water off the creek up here and running a jaw impactor combination. So lots of room up here to mill on. Been about about a year since he was in here milling. So needless to say, a pretty big flat area suitable for milling. Pretty good room for dumps.
Year-round water.
Yeah, year-round water. There's actually a lot of quartz float scattered out on this flat. And Taylor fire came through here, as you can see. So pretty big flat area, plenty of space for milling, put a camp in. Person could stay here months, really, and be pretty private. We're about 100 yards or so off the main road down this spur road, and it's not a lot of traffic comes through here. We did have to remove a tree on the way in, and looks like nobody's really been down here for probably since the last time we were in here. So
yeah, well, the last about 2 years, besides me, the only person down here has been one Forest Service truck.
Yeah. He thinks the mineral tech came in and just kind of took a look around when he was down here working. And I think that's about the extent of the traffic